It all started with a simple handmade sign dangling from the ceiling of a local antique shop that read, "No influencers." But what the store owner claims was a tongue-in-cheek joke about people using his shop as a photo backdrop quickly exploded into a full-blown culture war. Paige Paul, an influencer with over 1 million followers, recently opened a clothing store on Nantucket called Dairy Boy. Better known by her maiden name, Paige Lorenz. She compared the antique shop sign to barring women, and in her shop, she hung up her own sign in response, one that read, "Everyone welcome." On one side are year-round locals and business owners who feel their historic community is being turned into a hyper-curated stage set for brand trips and selfie sticks. On the other are content creators who argue the backlash misses how modern tourism actually works and is also misogynistic. The island has a year-round population of 14,000 people. In July and August, that number balloons to around 80,000. Greg Creedon moved to Nantucket with his parents when he was 4 weeks old. His grandfather was superintendent of schools on the island. A retired tech worker, he now works part-time handing out tourist pamphlets, and he's agreed to show me round.
Working our way through Main Street right now. I almost just took out some tourists. I've been here since I was 4 weeks old. I wasn't born here. I'm a Washashore. I'm constantly reminded of that. There's always somebody telling me, yeah, you weren't born here. But I have a long time here. I have a lot of experience here, and I enjoy sharing it with people.
What's the real heart of the issue here?
The heart of the issue is that we have a limited amount of space and too many people on it. We have too many cars. We have a very large concentration of wealth here. We need the tourists because that's what we do. We're a resort. However, it's all kind of squeezed into 3 months, and it kind of really makes it a really difficult place to live. We have trouble with housing, finding housing for everybody, for our workforce. Believe it or not, we have a very, very, very busy food bank here in the winter. We have a homeless population here. It just isn't seen. It isn't really known and acknowledged, but it's here.
What do you think it is about we talked about this earlier, but the fact that this is sort of all blown up around this idea that young people come here and want to sort of take pictures of somewhere that they feel is Instagram or TikTok worthy. They seem to be the target of this wrath, if you like, at the moment.
I think a lot of it is people feel they just don't have any respect for the place. To be fair, I don't know if it's a symptom or whatever, but we have always had something like that here. There's always it's the flavor of the week in many, many ways. That just happens to be this year's symptom.
As we approach Dairy Boy, a line of young, mostly women, snakes around the wooden staircase from the front door and along the street. I count about 17 people, waiting for their chance to peruse the beachwear, pajamas, zip-up fleeces and whirly boots inside. One of them, Hannah Moser, 26, tells me she's staying on Cape Cod, that's the mainland, with friends, but they've come to Nantucket for a night. She told me she'd heard about Dairy Boy on TikTok and didn't come especially to visit the shop, but that as she and her friends were on the island for the day anyway, they'd decided to check it out in person. What's happening on Nantucket is a very modern dilemma, playing out in picturesque spots worldwide. What happens when a real place gets consumed by its online image? As one content creator told me, it's about change, and there's always going to be resistance. I think influencers represent change, she said, because they're just promoting places and bringing in outsiders, new people. These places are usually primarily white and wealthy, and so I think that aspect can't be ignored, that the newcomers they're encouraging are maybe more diverse. Greg Creedon told me that there's an old saying on Nantucket: tourists come to the island with a dirty shirt and a $5 bill and don't change either. Perhaps then, the no influencers sign was not the beginning of a conflict after all, but just its latest, most photogenic iteration. There are real issues at stake around sustainability, water, workforce housing, and sewage, and Nantucket has been choking on its own success long before the first tripod appeared on a cobblestone street. and it's not alone.